Welcome, everybody, to What Remains of Edith Finch. I've been recommended this to me by Ace. Also, Malika recommended this game as well. So we're gonna see what we're getting ourselves into here. Just want to check a few things. Uh-oh. Nope. Don't want to do that. I broke everything. That's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Just want to make sure things are, okay. Hope the stream isn't too laggy. It doesn't seem too laggy on my side, so... Oh, we're definitely have to turn up that mouse sensitivity though, because that is crazy awful. That's better. Oh, Edith Finch.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Fuck's sake.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Missed stuff. What are you talking about? I'm already not enjoying it because I'm missing shit. What the hell? It was gate, maybe?
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
You're trying to sprint, but there's not a sprint button, as far as I can tell. There's a Go-Go Gadget Binoculars Vision button. Is it laggy? Damn it. Alright, hold on. I'm just gonna... Hopefully that improves it a little bit.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
A lot of missing posters. Eh?
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Yeah, there was something in the other path. I thought this would be like the optional path because it was like out of the way and going down. Looks like there might. Fuck. I wish you could move just slightly faster. It looks like this is the path to the house. So what's up here? Then it's just another dead end. So I thought this was the path to the Finch's house, but maybe it's just a different path.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Hello, dear. Oak.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
My God.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Anything around the back? Please what? Oh, fuck. Okay,
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier
I just
when I
read
was
that.
11.
You gotta be much quicker. God damn it. Fuck's sake, let's start over. You gotta tell me, like, before I get to it.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Well, because the front door, like, implies that that's the right way to go.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back. No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints. The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Yeah, check out this giant crocodile thing too. Do you have anything to say about that? Alright.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Okay. Yeah, please do. I'm only wanting to play this game once, so...
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Yeah, I got the...
First time in years,
Yeah, I got the take both paths one, so...
I felt like I was home. The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Eddie.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Edie. Yeah, I got the path one. That one's fine.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Calvin's story? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Only one restaurant would deliver to our house. We had Chinese a lot.
Yeah, not even Chinese in our place delivers.
After Louis started working at the cannery, we all got pretty sick of salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Jeez. Whoa, you just list them all out. Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
On that box. Okay. Guess the only place to go is up. Oh, there's a peephole. Wow.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
How many peepholes are there? I can't see any more, so. I think this floor is good. Let's go upstairs. It's not a peephole for the front door, which is kind of bizarre. That's like the one place you'd think there'd be a peephole.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So many books.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Okay. I guess there's one more because I didn't get it yet. Oh, there's a room over here.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So I'm just gonna. I think the texture should be fine. I'm getting bothered by the low quality textures, so hopefully that didn't slow the stream down any.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, no, let's keep it. Okay, sorry, let's go.
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay, I'm not seeing any more peepholes. Tried all those rooms. That one.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, is there anything else I should do before I go into this hole? Every time I go into a hole or a doorway, I'm just gonna ask you that. I'm crawling around.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
It's a bunny face mask.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Wasn't Molly the cat?
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
The fish? You want to eat the fish? Jeez, how hungry are you? Well, let's eat the gerbil food, 'cause that's a little more humane. What was this? Pumpkin.
My Halloween candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I'm
The
hangry.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You just scarfed that shit right down. Am I still hungry? I guess I had to eat the fish. Oh no, this door here.
I kept eating and eating.
Even the toothpaste? I guess I'll try eating the
Then
fish
I
too.
heard chirping outside my window.
Oh, hold on.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Those aren't safe to eat? Holy crap. They're like decorations.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Oh, okay.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
What the fuck?
I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Nice jump.
The babies were all gone. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
God, what the hell did they put in that gerbil food? I don't see anything.
Rabbits.
Got him.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
2 in 2 swoops. I think I fucked it up already because I did a practice swoop. So. Yeah,
A
fuck it.
mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry.
Thought I could climb up through the window, but there's that. Actually, I think the door was over here.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Out of the toilet?
I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Oh fuck, I didn't realize I'd come out into the... Really? I thought it was just gonna... Pretty good. That was
This
very
will be obvious
interesting.
later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Thank you, Whitney.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edith's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son,
It is a hopkin.
Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
I thought I'd looked through all the peoples. Is there more later, I guess?
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
So there's a dragon outside in the water. Okay.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Not seeing much else in here. So.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, that's the next one. I'm not seeing anything else in here, so. Now you had to stand on top of the toilet to get to that?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
This is pretty damn interesting. Community card's good.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Hell
At
yeah.
the funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh my god, I'm
That's
surprised
what
it
I want to
didn't.
remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. did.
That was giving me agita. Fucking sake.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Doesn't seem like you can do it twice. Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
I'm afraid to continue. I like his little setup here, though. Wait, twice? Dun, 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 dun. O? What's the O for? Oh, okay. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh, okay.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
I can either go that way or to here. This might actually just lead back out to the main area. Yes. Okay. I'll have to replay. So that's kind of nice. You can actually replay specific memories. That way I can replay Molly, so I can get that bunny. Oh God.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her after.
Oops.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
BeastieCon.
Lucky break. She'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was
That was a stock scream. I loved it.
He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Good
I'll be
enough.
back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box,
Oh, I'm playing it.
and as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Rick?
Is that fucking Halloween music playing?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
I gotta clear out the damn table. Am I gonna get copyrighted for Halloween thing? Get off the table. Alright.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ate his family. Oh my god. Why the hell would you have something like this in your basement? Jesus. Ah. Get out of here, punching bag! Jeez, I'm violent. Alright. Yeah, boy.
The old Finch rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
I didn't press that, by the way. That just happened automatically.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Oh.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Oh, shit.
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Ah!
Hey, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Still have the crutch. Bum, 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 bum. Killer roller skates.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh god.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
It's like that one funny like meme story, like it was like man hook car door or something like that. I can't remember how it goes, but
Abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Shit. Oh, this. Wait, where am I going? Oh, I see. Wha-bam! Crank! Whoa! Whoa!
Wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman
Was
had
gone.
vanished.
Damn, he got up quick.
Listened for his breathing, but all he heard was
Is he in this egg seat? Nope. Ding dong. Alright.
someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Behind you, Barbara! Oh, God.
Oh dear.
God, you are not scared at all, are you?
The monsters had come to surprise her.
Oh, my God.
Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her.
What?
Her ear.
Mm.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Shut up. For God's sakes. Oh, there's the ear.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was.
And she died when she was 16?
Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
She seemed much older than that. But it's one of those creepy ass cat clocks. I hate those things. Nope. Hello, Cookie. Hello. How are you
I
guys?
guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Well, I'm gonna wind the hell out of that music box now. That's good. No, keep going. Nope, nope, keep up. There you go. Yeah. Shit. I'm terrible. I'm sad. My Eldering string was a bomb. Ace was making me frustrated with missing shit, and now I'm just all cross. I was kidding.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Another tetanus shot? You already had one? Well, I guess you do live like in a crazy ass house.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Freezer? Is your ice cream?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh. There, I didn't grab the handle. Oh, it's so dark in here, I can see my reflection in the screen.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Usually when I see that, I have to boost the gamma because it's just a little too dark. Well, I can see that. That's bad. Do one. Really improve the lighting.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh, I don't like it. Turn it back. There we go. It's fine. The brightness is fine. Alright. It's just obscenely dark in that one area. Before I examine anything, I was gonna look at it. What the fuck? Okay. There's a book there. Is there anything else to look at here? Ugh. Not having your toilet this close to where you, like, do normal shit. Alright, Walter. And Walter lived for quite a while.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Might want to put that figure somewhere else.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
But I still
Whatever
stay.
that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Is there anything else I can look at before I go in that hatch? Nope. Okay. Into the hatch we go.
it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
Calvin kind of killed himself, so. Ooh, sledge. Hell
Maybe
yeah.
this is all a mistake.
This is.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Oh, see, that's where he busted in through. Can I go down this pathway? God, it's so damn dark. Uh-oh. No, okay, it's a visible wall. I got lost for a second. God, Walter, you couldn't move any slower, dude. Your muscles have atrophied from you locking yourselves away for 30 years. How was he
I'm
having...
going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month.
Or a
Or
day.
a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
God, what is this? Final Destination? Is death after all these people?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Yeah, it's definitely some kind of like supernatural force trying to like kill all the Finches. That's for damn sure.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Or him, by going through this hole, get hit by another damn train. Oh, I see. This is his dumping ground for all the shit he's eating. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to go through there. Oh, I am.
Bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Wait, this train didn't go anywhere. Oh no, I see it did, but the track broke.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Is anything on this beach? Can I? It looks like there's a hatch over here. I can see like a ladder. I don't know if I can go in the water, though. Nope. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like the top of a ladder, but it may not be. It might just be nothing. I can't go back. Okay, there we go.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Telescopes. Okay.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
I don't see any telescopes. I like telescopes to be pretty obvious. I wonder who lives in that very top room in the house. Oh, true. That's true. Thank you.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I head this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Jesus.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
I wonder what that spells if you should scramble it.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Focus! Focus, Damien! Oh, I see.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
That's probably it. Okay. Guess that's it for that.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Damn, Gregory died when he was 1. Wow. Gus died when he was 13.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant. I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah. Shit.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I fought wars and shit.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. It's still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I definitely won't be moving.
Are you done?
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Whoa.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
take a picture. Oh.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced, whenever you're ready. Great shot, Dawn!
Wow, I got it mid-blood spurt. That was ridiculous. Was he taking a selfie?
I'm proud of you,
Oh.
Dawn.
Oh, I'm moving.
Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Welp. What a keeper.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
God damn. Well. I guess I'll leave the same way I came. Not sure. Where do I go now? Okay. Back up the ladder. Looking. Oh, I see it. I didn't see that earlier.
father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Hell yeah.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Humans. Oh man, this is a lesson from Benjamin Franklin. You don't do this shit. Come on. Oh no, there. What the fuck?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
What the
But
fuck?
I didn't. Until we found you.
Wait, what the fuck happened to him? Did he get attacked by a fucking tent ghost? What the hell? I guess he just died in a storm, as far as I can tell.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
It's so hard when I'm pregnant and out of shape. That's how I feel in real life. Alright.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
With this belly, yes.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. I've never heard that name on anybody in my life. Guess I go down the pole. Is there anything else up here? Guess so. I don't see anything else, so. Down the pole we go! Whee! Alright, so that about does it for the brothers. Duty, sweep, trash, be a baby. Oh, well, he was only that for a year. What? Go back up and out the window? Oh, god damn it. Why do I always miss this shit? I thought I, like, clean sweep the place, but sometimes these interactable things don't appear until you're, like, right up in their gooch. Boy, this is good for my figure anyway. God, I'm getting out of breath just watching this.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Yeah, you guys were like effing on the rag to produce this many family members. God
When
damn.
my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. and to see kids in the house again.
Yeah, I do have pretty bad perception. Not gonna lie.
The
It's
house
my-
had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
My ears are really good. My eyes are meh. Even though I do have perfect vision. I just have ADD. And I get distracted by everything.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
It also doesn't help that I'm playing this on a giant monitor, and it's kind of hard to like look at every single pixel of the screen. And sometimes I just miss like a lot of things because it's just not
But it didn't
centralized.
last.
Burb. This. Nope. God, what an intricate facility. House. Ridiculous.
The
Whoa.
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Well, I'm gonna check what's up here first. Oh, that leads further up into that, so let's check out this castle first, I guess. A peephole!
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I saw that, don't worry. Just check and see what's back here. Oh. Oh, nothing! 2 vases! Alright. God damn, he's like a model builder. He's like an engineer.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, that's got the crown.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Maybe he really went through that door.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
He's in there. He has to be. Alright, I don't know. Guess that's it for that.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh, hell yeah. Legalize marijuana. We got two different paths here. One that... Oh, wait. This path doesn't lead anywhere. We got two different paths except one doesn't go anywhere, so we only have one path, really. God, I would get crazy, like, vertigo living in a place like this.
Alright.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh my god, I love the instruments in this. Such a classic instrument for like a... Hey, he has a hookah? Oh, look, this guy's awesome. Oh. I thought I saw my face in the reflection of that screen.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Whoa.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, I see.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh. Well, this is what happens to me at work. I love
asked
this.
him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
You missed. Okay.
Then something moved. Bats.
Bats. Ah, fucking bats!
Toads.
Oh, is that a Dargan?
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
I'm just gonna stop with the fish thing. It's getting on my
But
nerves.
he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Ah, God, it's messed with my head to do two things at once.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
That's basically me. Oh my God. Just like
a whole new Lewis.
So relatable.
So I let him go on.
It's like Tunic.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
A pupper! What for?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
No, shit, I fell down! Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I got distracted. Well, I didn't light that fire, so I'm fucked. Oh, yeah, well.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Oh, I can't light the fire anyway. Fuck, it's really hard to focus.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
That guy's like a Mario flag.
They
Move
begged him
aside,
to speak,
peasants.
But his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh my god.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful prince.
beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for
Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
Ow, shit! Fucked up. Whoa. Sorry, I'm not good at this. This boat steers like ass. Yay! Oh, shit.
Followed the sound of his
Silver harp. Actually, no, electric sitar. Hell yeah. Do that.
electric sitar.
God, it's so hard to steer this fucking thing. I'm missing all the notes. Hold on.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
God, it's like completely encompassing his imagination, man.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
God, there's so many fish! Fuck these fish.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
An emperor.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Whoa.
He began to forget the world we know.
Switch. Ooh. It must stink like fucking hell in there.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Yeah. I have a feeling I know where this is gonna end. I'm gonna end up fucking pushing this guy into the conveyor belt. Yeah, that's what he has to do, I think so. Oh, get up here, I guess.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting me.
Calico? Oh my god!
His prince waited, holding his crown.
Yeah, why is there a
There's only
guillotine
one thing left to do.
at my coronation? That didn't seem like I ordered that. The dude chopped his own head off, didn't he?
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh, man.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Died when he was 22. I guess he just chopped his own head off? I don't know. Using the fish guillotine?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Wait, look at that. Happy 90th birthday.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now was to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, not another one. God.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Ace, this is 2 games you recommended me to that this happens specifically. Why?
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Damn. That's it. Oh boy. A whole bunch of children made this game. God, Michael Kwan looks like me. That's kind of disturbing. Okay, so we want to replay Molly's. I loved it. It was awesome. Okay, spreadsheet at this point.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. I kept eating and eating.
So what? Okay, what? How did Molly die? Just from eating stupid shit?
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Uh-oh. Yeah, fucking broke it. Bird, you're supposed to be moving. Nom 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 nom. Alright,
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
can't really see them.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I...
Okay. So we got that one. Now to do... talons.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Is there something specifically I have to do with this one, or is it just playing it again?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Yep. Alright, there it is. So is that everything? 100%. Alright. Well then, go to the title screen. Well then, that was very good. Awesome. Thank you, Ace, for recommending this to me. That was a really good story. I liked it. It was quite gripping, and a lot of things were relatable, so... Yes, alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. And... so we played a bit of... me and Maleko played a bit more of Elden Ring after we got off, and we figured out it was just the area that was not letting us do co-op, so... Like, that specific area, for some reason, is just really bad for some reason, so... Anyways, thank you all for watching. I love you all, and... Actually, let me get real close so I can give a smooch. That's not really a new area, it's just... Yeah, mix it up. There you go. Mwah! I don't know if that worked. Probably didn't. It looks silly. I'm like, alright. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Yeah! Bye-bye. Goodbye. It looks so silly. I hate it. Bye.